Picture this. A single mother in Philadelphia files her taxes in February. She's worked hard, raised 2 kids, and qualifies for the Earned Income Tax Credit. But 3 months later, her refund is frozen. Why? Because she didn't know about a new pre-certification rule buried in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Welcome to Part 6. I'm Mohammed Filali, MBA. Today, we're uncovering the compliance provisions that separate successful taxpayers from audit nightmares. We'll explore 3 game changers: EITC pre-certification, ERC deadlines, and rural opportunity zones. Let's begin. Quick recap before we dive deep. Parts 1 through 5 covered permanent tax brackets, the $12,500 overtime deduction, and SALT cap relief. Child tax credit increases to $2,500, Trump accounts for kids, and the QBI deduction jumping to 23%. 100% bonus depreciation, HSA telehealth expansions, and clean energy credit expiration dates. Part 6 shifts gears. We're moving from what you can claim to how you prove it and what happens if you get it wrong. Think of it as the difference between building wealth and protecting it. Here is our roadmap for today. First, EITC pre-certification. Why refunds are delayed and what documents unlock them. Second, ERC limitations. The October 15, 2025 deadline you cannot miss. Third, rural opportunity zones, how the 50% improvement rule changes real estate investing. Finally, your cross-section action checklist. Grab your notebook. This is actionable intelligence. Let's start with the Earned Income Tax Credit. The OBBBA establishes a new duplicate claim detection system. This isn't bureaucratic red tape. It's a fundamental shift in how the IRS verifies eligibility. First, duplicate detection. The IRS now cross-checks your EITC claim against prior year filings and SSA data. They're catching overlapping claims across households and shared custody disputes before releasing refunds. Second, pre-certification. First-time EITC claimants with qualifying children must now submit documentation. This includes birth certificates, school enrollment records, lease agreements, or court-ordered custody documents. Third, refund timing. EITC refunds flagged for verification are delayed until late February or mid-March. The IRS issues a request letter. If you don't respond within 30 days, the EITC is removed. Let me show you a real-world scenario. David and Maria Martinez live in Harrisburg. David works construction. Maria is a home health aide. They have 2 children, Sophia and Miguel. The complication. David's parents also claim Sophia as a dependent, a common multi-generational situation. Their combined income is $52,000, and their expected EITC is $6,242. Under OBBBA, their return triggers duplicate detection because Sophia appears on 2 tax returns. The IRS freezes the EITC portion and sends letter 5623C requesting proof of Sophia's primary residence. They need a signed statement from David's parents releasing the claim, known as Form 8332. Without it, they lose the credit and face a 20% penalty plus a potential 2-year EITC ban. Tax professionals, update your intake questionnaire now. Ask about custody agreements and support detail. The IRS has upgraded its matching algorithms with AI-powered cross-referencing. Document everything. Now the employee retention credit. If you've been sitting on unfiled ERC claims, listen carefully. The OBBBA imposes a hard deadline, October 15, 2025. That window slams shut with no exceptions. Original or amended Forms 941 for 2021 Q3 or Q4 must be filed by that date. No extensions. The IRS pause on processing claims exceeding $50,000 per quarter is extended through 2025. Even if you file by the deadline, expect refund delays until early 2026. This is the new reality. Willful false ERC claims now face a 75% civil penalty, up from 20%. The OBBBA also authorizes criminal referrals for promoters who knowingly facilitate ineligible claims. Let's walk through a real scenario. Keystone Manufacturing in Harrisburg employed 45 workers. In Q3 2021, they faced a 35% gross receipt decline due to supply chain disruptions. Their qualified wages paid were $180,000, and the expected ERC was $126,000. Under OBBBA, Keystone must file Form 941X by October 15, 2025 to claim that credit. They need specific government orders and quarterly gross receipt comparisons to prove eligibility. Here is the catch. They cannot use the same payroll costs for both ERC and PPP programs. If they mistakenly claim double, they face a 75% penalty, which is over $94,000. Businesses, conduct an ERC eligibility audit now. Gather your 2021 government orders and payroll reports. Tax professionals, do not rely on marketing firm templates. Verify eligibility independently. Now let's shift to community development. The OBBBA modifies the Rural Opportunity Zone rules. This is a game changer for small-scale developers. The substantial improvement threshold is dropping. Under the old law, you had to double the building basis. Now in rural zones, it's only 50%. Rural zones are defined as counties with populations under 50,000 based on the latest census. This dramatically lowers the capital requirement, making it easier for local investors to qualify. Let's look at Sarah Chen's project in Lancaster County, a textile mill listed for $750,000. Under the old rule, she'd need $600,000 in improvements. Under OBBBA, she only needs $300,000. Her planned $425,000 improvements easily exceed the threshold, providing a safety buffer. The deferred capital gain from her prior sale is permanently excluded after a 10-year hold. The property appreciates to $1.8 million, all tax-free. That's the power of these zones. Investors, map rural OZ opportunities now. Filter for counties under 50,000 population. Before we wrap, let's connect the dots with your Part 6 action checklist. Compliance isn't siloed. Tax pros, update EITC questionnaires and build ERC documentation templates now. Businesses, review ERC eligibility now. Don't wait until September 2025. Consult your CPA. Investors, map rural OZ opportunities and track that 30 months improvement clock precisely. All taxpayers, download the free OBBBA compliance checklist at our website. Plan early. Remember, compliance protects your refund and your reputation. Proactive planning beats reactive scrambling. That's Part 6. In Part 7, our series finale, we'll wrap the entire OBBBA with planning strategies. I'll answer your top 10 questions. Drop them in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Subscribe to this channel and follow the full OBBBA breakdown playlist for all the insights. Final disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. Always consult a licensed tax professional for your situation. I'm Mohammed Filali, MBA. See you in Part 7, the series finale. Thank you for watching.